The president has just touched down within the last hour. We know he is here to fundraise for his 2020 re-election campaign.
We have live team coverage of his visit today in the Bay Area. Let's begin with KPIX 5's Len Ramirez, who's live at Moffett Airfield, where the president just landed a short time ago. Len?
That's right. Air Force One touching down a little bit after 11 a.m. this morning, pretty much on schedule as we had been told that he would be arriving. There was a very small crowd of people there to greet him, but he was greeted there on the ground by Harmeet Dillon, the Republican National Committee California chair. He did a couple of fist bumps to the audience that was away from ways away from the airfield, and then he got into his limousine and came through the main entrance here. There were several groups of people on both sides of the street, some supporters, some not supporters here in California. So you can imagine that his visit here is causing a lot of people to look up, take notice, and find out exactly what his plans are, because they would like to protest, but those plans have been very secretive. And that may be because of the last time that he visited California back in 2016. He attended a fundraiser and actually had to come in through a back entrance because of protesters that had blocked a street. He was seen walking through a ditch and getting through a fence to get to his event. And then the San Jose rally that happened later in June, there were several people, Trump supporters, that had been beaten up, bruised, and eggs thrown, things like that. So a lot of questions about exactly where he is and where he will be going, but we'll have more coverage on that as the day goes through. Reporting live from Moffett Federal Airfield in Mountain View, Len Ramirez, KPIX 5.
All right, Len, thank you. And now we continue our coverage with Jackie Ward live in Portola Valley, where people are protesting the president's visit. Jackie?
That's right. President Trump and his motorcade were right on schedule. They drove down Alpine Road at 11:40 this morning, where these protesters, at least a couple hundred, were here. A lot of them lined up since 10 this morning. I spoke to someone who came all the way from Grass Valley. Here's the moment when President Trump and his staff drove by. It happened pretty quickly, actually, as they sped down Alpine Road and actually caught some of the protesters off guard. Protesters told us that they hoped Trump saw both the chicken balloon and the baby Trump balloon on display today, as they called out the president for not disclosing details of his trip here. The California Republican Committee defended the president for not revealing his planned location, saying he is not made very welcome here by law enforcement or city leaders. The last time President Trump was here in 2016 was when he was a candidate. We believe President Trump is holding a re-election campaign just down the street from here. Protesters told us why they are here today.
It's to show him that he's not welcome in California. It's to show him that we are a diverse state. We believe in love. We don't believe in hate. He's a hate monger. He's here to take the money of people who are too foolish to know what he really is.
Tickets for today's event cost anywhere between $1,000 per person up to $100,000 per couple. The latter option included a chance to dine with President Trump and take a photo with him, according to the event invitation. The California Republican Committee says people attending the president's event today knew where and when to meet prior to the event, but then they got on shuttles to be taken to an undisclosed location. So right now, we believe that President Trump is at that fundraising event, again, just down the street from where we are now. That means these protesters will wait and stay out here until the motorcade comes back down Alpine Road. After he leaves the Bay Area today, President Trump is reportedly going to a fundraising event in Beverly Hills tonight, and then tomorrow he'll go to San Diego. Live from Portola Valley, Jackie Ward, KPIX 5.
Jackie, thank you. And Chopper 5 flew over the location where protesters say that President Trump's fundraiser will be held in Portola Valley. The president is expected to quietly raise some cash here in Silicon Valley. Right now, a large white tent has been set up in the backyard of this home. Chopper 5 spotted extra security, including uniformed officers on the ground.
Also in the Bay Area today, Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson. He's expected to focus on the homelessness crisis. In Santa Clara County, people impacted by homelessness say they welcome any genuine help from the feds. But a pastor working on the issue says federal intervention won't be good.
Trump's talking about let's just get the homeless off the streets. It's disgusting. The language he uses is inflammatory, and it doesn't sound like a real strategy to house people.
Some people living in homeless camps tell KPIX they don't want to be forced into federally run shelters or camps. And we'll have much more on the president's Bay Area visit coming up on the KPIX 5 News at 5 o'clock and online at kpix.com.